Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the darkest of darkest dungeons and deepest deep darkness. Something, right? Can't be clever all the time. Hell, can't be clever probably 10% of the time. If you watch me, you know how that is. Alright, we're going to continue. We're going to go into the well, because we have this one item here that we can possibly get to modify some of our characters. I think that will help out. Nothing else has anything special, and this works out because Woodville is a scrounger in the Weld and gets a scouting chance, a 10% increase scouting chance. I don't know what the standard scouting chance is, but I like that we can have that. So what we're going to have is going to have one highwayman, 2 grave robbers, and a plague doctor. So the plague doctor, it isn't whistled, so he's going to basically be putting plague on the front and back. He can remove bleeds and blight, and he can shuffle around the enemy, which can be helpful if the enemy has a character that might not be very powerful in the front or back. So I think that's going to be useful. I think this is actually going to be neat. I missed the fact that I could stun. I would probably get rid of battle medicine for the chance to stun, possibly. I don't know. Honestly, this is pretty nice, the fact that I could put plague on the front and back, because that's the big thing about this. As you kill enemies, they move out of the back row, so a character that can only hit the back row is in a bad position. So we've got this grave robber who's got flashing daggers, can hit the middle 2, and she's got pick to the face. So we've got a single target, we've got a multi-target. There's no special abilities on either one of these. We do have a plague or a blight we can put down. Looks like this can only be used from the back 2. These can be used. That can be used from the back 3. That can be used from the front 3. So the good news is that we can look at this. Doesn't prefer the front, but does prefer anywhere else in the back. So second to last, probably a good place. So then we can use pick to the face for single target, flashing daggers for multi-targets. If it's a creature that I want to take damage over time, because if you look at this, that's what, 2, 4, 6 damage over time, plus whatever damage you do 50% reduction of your original damage. But that's 6 damage over time that you can put down, especially if you combine that with our Plague Doctor. We could be looking at a lot of dot, which is good. Okay. So she'll go in the second to last position, right? So we'll keep her there. This one has lunge, which moves forward 2, flashing dagger. So this is the one that we have with the positional requirements. And what we're going to do is put her in the back. Like so, okay. Because she needs to be in 3, right? Now, she can work well here in the second position. She can still use flashing daggers and pick to the face, but she can't use poison dart. So really, this grave robber, even though she doesn't have any of the positional movement abilities, still works well whether she's in the second or the third position. So what we do is we start off here and we move lunge and we push everybody back. Now, how does that affect our plague doctor here? Well, not really, because if you look, second to last position, he's just fine. He's still using blast, plague grenade. He can use this anywhere. He can do whatever he needs to in the back 2 areas. So while these guys will probably be constantly shuffling around, they're going to be fine. We're going to keep our highwayman here in the front, more than likely. The downside to that, actually, he is not good in the front. All he can do is open veins. He should either be in the second or third position, honestly. He can do everything from the second or third. Let's see. Your position, second or third. You cannot be in the front to use flashing daggers, though. I mean, this works. I can't do pistol shot, and I can't do grape shot. I mean, those are... It basically just makes it so he can only open vein. But that is a pretty good ability. It's got a minor damage mod loss, but it's got a bleed on it. So this party could really do a lot of bleed and blight damage. Because, yeah, that's the problem with grave robbers. They don't function in the front, other than maybe this shadow fade. But that could work, right? If I lunge to the front, that would allow the highwayman to use his stuff, and then she can fade back. We'll have to see, because really, none of them will work well in the front, especially not the plague doctor. He needs to be in the back too, so he has to be here. I could start with her in the front. I just think it's going to be one of those things where I'm just going to have to probably just use open vein. And anytime he gets knocked back one through lunge or anything like that, then he can do grape shot or pistol shot, possibly. This may not work out the best. We can always go back and see if there's anyone else available. I mean, we've got a Jester and another Plague Doctor. I'm not going to have 2 Plague Doctors again. That did not work well. This Jester could take the front. He could Dirk Stab and use Solo. Claustrophobia, fear of enclosed spaces, loses crit on ranged, gains damage when on second win. I could do that. I don't know, I kind of want Desmus to level, though. I want to get him up to level 2. He was one of my original party members. There's a lot of movement going on. I'm going to try it. We're going to try it with this party. So he'll go ahead and take the front. He'll take the second to last. She was going to go here, right? Yep, yes she was. And then Woodville in the back. She's got a lot of stress. This may or may not go well. Let's do it! Alright, now I haven't really gotten anything to spend money on yet. I'm spending money on debuffs, and those are about 1,000 at a time, but I've been fairly making money. So I am thinking I need more torches. I definitely need more torches. I'm thinking of continuing the line of getting some of these items to pull off, to see if we can get additional items as well. I mean, obviously the problem is these are actually fairly expensive. The provisions of food and torches, that's fine. I can take 8 of each. Taking anything else takes a bit. Now, the shovel's been useful, like when there is a something blocking my path. I'm just going to get 1 of each. At the very least. And I'll get 1 of these bandages too. Because I want to try something. I believe I've heard you can use something like bandages on spiderwebs. We're going to give that a shot. Each region has its own challenges. Assemble your party and supplies accordingly. So that's a big thing.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
So that's the interesting thing. Like the weld, we're going to see a lot of those things like the spider webs, things like that. The stuff we'll run across is basically going to be very heavily influenced by the region we're in. This is an interesting map. There's a lot of one-off side rooms. Now we've got a 10% chance of scouting, so hopefully we'll be okay. For traps, we are looking at 40 and 40 on bleed and debuffs, 30 and 30, 20 and 40, 30 and 30. So yeah, it looks like Dismas is actually really good for that. Pack's already been open. Okay. Empty. Okay. No luck so far. Our party runs across a dead end, but not dismayed, they travel back to the point of origin, looking forward to the spoils that they might find further into the depths of the Knot Dungeon. The swamp thing. What's this? An old tree. Tree has a huge hole in the trunk. Perhaps there's something inside. Oh gods. Do I try to put something in it? Let's just reach in. Herbs and gold. Well, it looks like it's a good thing I brought a shovel.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Alright, nothing in this room. So far it's pretty empty. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, well, this is not a very friendly looking group. Now, once again, I've got no healing, so I gotta be kind of careful. So, poison dart. Let's see. What kind of damages does it do? It does 2 to 3. 80% chance to hit. It will do 2 for 3 rounds, so it does 6. So I could very easily put that on one of them. What is the plague that he does? It's 2 for 3, so that's 6. So I could very easily plague the back row and start making them basically die. That might not be bad. I could also lunge. See, that's the thing, is I could rely on both of these two to throw out poison darts and then have him plague. So if I poison dart, plague, they're more than likely going to die. especially if their hit chance stays high. It's a thought. You know what? Let's try it. I'm going to go for it. There's, let's see, 78, 78. Alright, so the Noxious Blast apply. Okay, that's in the front. 2 for 3. And that hits both, so... Oh, no. Dodge. Vicious. A slice, forcing him to bleed. Covering fire keeps the party at bay. Alright, she cannot use Poison Dart in this position, so I've kind of messed that one up a little bit. That's okay. We can go ahead, and he's got 6. He will bleed for 2, so she only needs to do 4.
Press this advantage.
Or she can
Give
crit.
them no quarter.
Awesome. Alright, she can hit 2 things at once. Let's see, he's got 10, he's gonna take 2. Let's Flash Dagger. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to want to use 1 because I can hit either one of these guys, because there's no point in putting the Plague over here further. Although I could make it stack, right? I can make it do, what, 4 damage? I want to see, you know what, let's check that. I want to know if that's what it's going to do. Yep, 4 damage for 3 rounds. So that works out. And then we're going to start working on this guy. Why is my torch so low already? I didn't even realize my torch was low coming in here. Fantastic dodge, party. Alright, we are already losing... Gosh, she's down to 2. And again, we've got no healers. Now, he's going to die next round. He's fine. 2 damage for 2 rounds. He will not die. Let's make him die.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Well struck.
3, 4... So he will die. Okay, flashing daggers, shadow fade. So let's fade so that he possibly will be stunned and won't do damage. Excellent, that's exactly what I was hoping for. He dies.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright. Let's bring the light up, because I really did not like the fact that was so... Alright, because not only that, but this gives me additional scouting, and I've got someone that's good at scouting in this area. Alright, you... trade back again. Oh dear. What are you? Fungal artillery. I don't think I like the sound of that. Now there's a chance that they are going to be very painful in the back row. I may end up trying to disorient them to make them move. Do I do that or put a plague on them? Blight resist is 75% on these guys, so yeah, the weld's probably not a good place for a Plague Doctor. Let's do this. Let's see if I can't make them shuffle up a bit. Oh, gotta be kidding me. He's marked. Alright, so no point in using any of my Plague abilities, so we're just gonna jump right to the 4.
A powerful blow.
Damn! I like that lunge. Damage mod 40. That is like a super strong ability. Look at that. Hold on. 40% additional damage, 10% additional chance to crit. She's already got 5%. Oh, man. Beautiful. Alright, for you, do I flashing daggers and hit 2, or do I pick to the face? Pick to the face is a 90% chance to do 4 to 7. Flashing daggers is a 83% chance to do 2 to 4. I think let's err on the side of maybe doing more damage, I think. No, because I think maybe if they get to the front, they may not be as useful. That's going to be my theory anyway. Let's go for it. An excellent dodge, Dismas. Ow. Bleed, filth! Ah, it resisted. Alright, and with that, I can go back with a stun. Do I stun him, or do I stun one of the artillery? I think that artillery is already gone. But I can still prevent it from going again. He's only got 3 hit points, so yeah, let's try and stun that. Ugh, resist. He can cure Blight. No sense in trying to disorient again. Let's just go ahead and cure himself. Escape Cloud. Huh. Right. One and one. Blight. Death's Door, not good. Okay, so I need to get rid of that Blight, or it's going to continually have a chance to kill her. This is a downside, right? I mean, I've got a pretty good party, but no healers, so... They're already both close to death. Alright. 4 hit points, a 2 damage bleed. It's tempting to just let it bleed out, but if it gets an attack, it's more damage. I should probably just outright kill it, right? Yeah, I had a feeling it would resist it, but it still took damage.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Okay, it's gonna die no matter what at this point.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So, yeah, I mean, it's looking like you really need a strong party if you're not going to have a healer. And I just don't really have that right now. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to play out. I like Woodville, and I kind of don't want to lose her. She's thankfully up there. She's doing good. The other two, not so much. I don't have anything to cure him with. Someone has camped here recently. Can I torch it? No, well. I wanted to try.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay. Oh, good. We got some scouting done. And there's no combat either way. There is a trap. There. Ooh, what's this? It's probably a bookcase. So we need to explore 90% of the rooms. We know there's nothing here but a trap, so let's go that way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He died to the poison. Great. Well, there goes my highwayman. Alright, who's good with traps? 40, 15, 40. Yeah, you. Good job. Okay, we're good. What is that room? It's just an empty room, I think. So 90% of rooms... Oh, the book is... Oh, that's not a book, it's a wall. Okay, that's fine. We've got a shovel. Thank goodness we found that shovel. Alright, let's take the shortest path, I guess. Oh, you know what? My torch is really low. Okay, 5 hit points and 7 hit points. So, yeah, I could... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, very easily. Her damage in the low end is 5. So I'm guaranteed to kill a maggot. I could probably kill the spitter. It's 5 to 9. It's in the median range, so that's not a big deal. I can always do flashing daggers, which is 2 to 4. No, that definitely won't kill it. So it's better off to kill something. Do I risk it going for the spitter? Probably not. I should go with the safest sort of source of damage and take one of these out. Let's do that. Nice. Good dodge. Good dodge. Alright, so what do we got here? We can... No point in disorienting. We can put a blight out. Let's put a blight out because I'll put it on the spitter. Yeah, oh, yeah, 100% blight resist. Of course we're going to put it on the spitter. Unless it dodges. Oh no. Oh, it was a death blow.
More ashes. More disappointment.
Disappointment indeed. Well, I'm keeping the highwayman, or keeping the grave robber that I like, but 5 to 7. It's the only thing I can do. Not that it helps any, right? And then from this position, I can hit him again. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Great. I'm kind of screwed. I've basically got a plague doctor that can't do anything. In the number 1 position, he can't do anything other than disorient. And he can't do anything in the 2 position other than noxious, I guess. Well, I guess there is that, right? She... there's the bite. Can flashing and shadow fade, so she's gonna always knock herself back. It's really all she can do, but there's a stun possibility on that, right? So... Good, good. So the problem is she can't do anything to the first position from this position. Maybe I should have tried. No, I can't. I can't even heal myself because I have to be in the... The party seemed really cool at first. I think the one bad decision was probably who was in the front line.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ancient remains. The body looks well preserved. Alright, holy water. No effect. Okay. So holy water doesn't work on bodies. Well, now we know. And knowing is half the battle. Okay, scouting. No. Trap?
Cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose.
So, this is risky, right? I've got to explore 90% of the rooms, which means all I need to do is move to this room, and I'm done, right? Because I don't have to do all the rooms. Problem is, that room has a fight. Oh. A grave, of course. A grave. And I don't have... I just used my holy water. Oh. Syphilis. -5 accuracy, -10 damage, -10% hit points. I gotta get rid of that. No, that can't stay. Hunger! Fantastic. One battle. I can retreat from battle. As long as we don't die, I can retreat. Let's... I only need to go in this one room, so I'm going to... buff him as much as I can. It's just, yeah, that should be enough. This may be poorly decided. Oh gods. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's just go for it. So far, so good. Oh, don't even know I can use a bandage. It's 1 damage for 2. Probably not a big deal. I need to do as much damage as I can in the meantime.
A singular strike.
You're looking a tad worn, friend. Yes. Alright, move back. Start all over again. Unfortunately, she keeps getting the initial hit. You know what I could do is I could make her use a bandage so he gets his turn first. Oh! I still retain my turn. Okay. Good, good. Alright, maybe I should just disorienting blasts so that she can throw her daggers. And with that in mind, let's... Oh, I can't move him around. You. I think that was the better decision. This will allow me to do damage to 2 of them and possibly kill 1 of them. Oh, only 1. Damn. Okay, go back so we can get a stun out. I think I need to stun him. He seems to be our biggest threat right now. Yeah, they can't hurt. They don't hurt too badly. And that rend is going to tear me apart. Thankfully, we're dodging, and it's really good. So, stun, dodge. Damn. But she keeps getting her buff, which is great. Alright, disorient. So, because I want her to throw her daggers again. only got 1 hit point. One more time with the daggers.
As life
Oh, no, no, no,
ebbs,
no, no.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
No! No, I'm done. She was my last hope. And now he's paranoid.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Okay, don't die, don't die. Oh god, he's gonna die.
Teetering
He's on
the
death's door,
brink,
he's gonna die.
facing the abyss.
Why? It was doing so well! I mean, I knew this was a risky proposition,
Survival
but...
is a tenuous proposition in this sprawling tomb.
Oh.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
Well, as you can see, if you die, you can't take any of it with you. So, let that be a lesson. The unfortunate part is, I think I got a little screwed over on that. I was doing so well there at the end, and then all they got was 1 good hit on, and that was all they needed. I think I could have won that fight. It's just unfortunate. You know, it was a risk going for it, because honestly, it was one of those things where I want to get to that last room because that last room would give me the reward. But honestly, sometimes, like they say, discretion is the better part of valor. In this game, really, it's just about collecting resources until you can actually make a decent party that can continue to move forward. I just don't have those resources yet. I lost some characters that I actually liked there, which is unfortunate. But, as I've mentioned before, heroes are disposable. So we'll go back, and we'll take a look at who we get, and who we can move forward. Now, thankfully, I didn't lose any trinkets.
I see something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
So we got rid of kleptomania on Reynold, which is good. Unfortunately, he's still highly stressed. So we're going to go ahead and let him go and do his thing. Apparently Tinnell is not done with being in the tavern. That I wasn't expecting. I thought they would only be gone for a week, but she's actually going to be... Oh, okay, I can cancel it? She's already lost a lot. I don't think she needs there anymore. So, before I do that, though, let's see what we got, because I'm going to have a full group of 4. Vestal, so another Vestal, a Plague Doctor, a Highwayman, and a Grave Robber. Not bad. I'm seeing the same classes. I think there's more classes in this. I just haven't seen any yet. I did get 2 crests, it appears. Can I do anything with 2 crests? Doesn't look like it. The Survivalist is still locked. No, I need a minimum of 3 crests, it looks like, to do anything. God, the guild is expensive. Smithy, 884, nope. I still don't have the nomad. Nope, I can't do anything with what I've got. Oh, unfortunate. I'm thinking I'm going to give some of these to Reynold, as I talked about before. I just don't know what. Oh, did I actually get it? I got the book anyway? Did I get it because I technically explored it? Hold on. Huh. Maybe I did get it, because technically I got all the rooms? Well, not bad. Okay, let's just grab.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point. What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
So this Vestal has Mace Bash, kind of like the other one. We have Judgment, a ranged ability that's 20% damage reduction, 5% crit mod, and a self-heal. So that's kind of nice. So there's a heal that I can use that still does damage. I kind of like that. Dazing Light, range, damage mod is -50, gives me Torch, and stuns. So now I've got a stun as well. This is actually pretty nice. And they've got Divine Comfort. That's an interesting... Oh, this works. That's only front 2, back 2, back 2, back 3. I might like her better than Tinel. I'll let... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cancel her. Get out of there. Yep. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go get rid of your kleptomania. And from there... Oh, really? Again with you? And we'll take these 4, I think. Again, may not be the best idea. What kind of Plague Doctor do we have? Oh, cool. I got another one of these. So he's going to have Noxious, Plague Grenade. He's got Emboldening and the Shuffle. So he's got Plague all around, which works. So he'll be good. We already looked at the Vestal. What is his positioning? Back 3, back 2? She's back 3, back 2 as well. Back 2, actually. Back 2, back 2. So we can get a Highwayman in the back areas, and then looks like this Grave Robber... I could put her in the front. Because then she can do Pick to the Face and Trickery. She's not going to be able to do much else. She would prefer to be in the second slot, but that's going to be better that I put him there. Although, hold on, what kind of... I haven't looked at you. What kind of Highwayman are you? You have Wicked Slice. Pistol Shot that you can't use in this anything other than the... you can't use that in the front, but it's just a ranged attack, really. Point Blank Shot makes him go back 1. Also knock back the target 1. 50% damage. That's a strong ability. And then that would allow him, so it would push him back 1, and then allow him to use either Pistol Shot or Grape Shot. And if I don't want him to do that, he can... Yeah, he looks like he would do well in the front position, actually. So what do we got? Fated. Chance to turn any miss into a hit, so we've seen that before. That's nice. Bad Humors. So he's got minus 15% max HP. That sucks. Winded. Below 50% health, loses speed. So he's got less hit points, and that means it's easier for him to be winded. His skills I like. The rest, not so much. What about you? She's deadly. She's got crit, bleed resist, and she's fascinated with corpses. Ew. At least that's not necrophilia. Mania better than philia on that one. Stun resist. Tuckered out, so below health, and then... Wow, yeah, so if he gets below 50, he loses damage and speed. But that's okay, he uses Blight. The damage is not a big deal. The speed, though, can be a big deal. You, Ruins Adventurer, so she gets a stress resist in the Ruins, but she's got minus 3% crit, which is fine. She's mostly a healer, but she can do some damage. I think that'll be okay, because this could work, because I'll have a healer. Some of this could definitely work out. I kind of wish she had, like, well, she can't use that from the first position, but... I kind of wish she had Shadow Fade, because what I could do is I could trade the Highwayman. Maybe I I could buy it, actually. Why not? Because if I get Shadow Fade and replace Poison Dart with it, because I kind of like having Toxin Trickery in case she gets Blight or Bleed, what can happen is he can point blank... fire it, get knocked back 1. That would put her in the front, and then she could Shadow Fade to put him back in the front. And that would allow her to stun, and him to just do a bunch of damage. It's a bit of money, but let's... You know, it's not that big of a deal, really, because look, I'm sitting on 11,000 right now. Yeah. Alright, so remap combat skills. Heroes can only have 4 active combat skills at a time. Toggle the skills on and off to change your loadout, and watch how it changes that hero's positional strength in the display above. So yeah, those are just suggestions then. They're not actual like, oh, this character is better off fighting this enemy or something like that. Now the downside is I really wish I could do something with the blacksmith. He really needs to be another level before I can do anything. But okay, let's go ahead and go into her, and we will turn off Poison Dart, because she will not be in the back too. And put that one on. There we go. I like that. Customization, right? It's fantastic. Alright, so, you know, a little saddened by the defeat, but I think I've got a decent roster of characters here to go into the next dungeon. I'm feeling better about it, you know? We just need to get more stuff, right? So let's just take a quick look at if there's any possible good rewards here. Oh, you know, I just realized the Cove doesn't give crests. And crests are the biggest thing I need right now. It's not open yet. It's not even in the game, it looks like, but that's something to keep in mind. Maybe later I won't need crests as much. But it looks like we got some items that are coming up, so let's see what kind of items are coming up. Shimmering Cloak gives dodge but loses hit points. And... oh, wow. Cleansing Crystal, Ancestral. 20% disease, blight, and bleed resists, but a minus 16% chance to blight, bleed, and stun skills. That's honestly one of the best items for trade-offs I've ever seen in this game so far. Most of them are very tough to make decisions on. That one's not too bad, because it gives you a massive amount of resistance. The only trade-off is that you are not very good with those skills. So... that's fine. Give it to a character that doesn't have those skills, right? I could give that to Reynold, right? He doesn't have those skills, and that would give him much more resistances. I would not give this to a Plague Doctor by any means. That's pretty cool. I think that's going to be where I'm going next. It's a medium dungeon. I haven't done one of those yet. That's a one that will require camping. That's where we'll be going next. It looks like I did get that quest here, because if you see that I got 50% here, it looks like it did count that quest. So that's pretty cool that I did manage to succeed at the quest, even though my party died, which is why I got those crests. So that's cool. That's good to know. I'm very happy to know that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. And again, I'll see you next time.